I'm Dr. Stephanie Waggle, and I would like to talk to you about victim blaming. Okay, this is a defense mechanism that people use to distance themselves from a crime or an atrocious event, even though it could honestly very well happen to them. So I've spoken up twice, and both times it was in cases where the awful thing that happened did continue to happen to other people after it happened to me. So do I speak up? I speak up just because, yeah, I am like an outgoing person. But in these cases, honestly, every time it happened to someone else, I felt like, why didn't I stop that? I can stop that. So I speak up to help other people. There is part of the audience that uses this defense mechanism where they live in this bubble. And in this bubble, they find differences between the victims of a crime and themselves. So they could say, that could never happen to me. So, first of all, there's two girls that walk to class down this block every day, same time. One girl gets attacked, and the other girl says, well, it's because of that skirt she was wearing, because the girl number two wants to distance herself from the crime, not thinking, well, I actually walked down the same block at the same time. Did she think about that? No, she said that that girl got attacked because of the skirt that she was wearing. So in this case, she's doing victim blaming so that she can feel more comfortable about herself walking that same block at that same time every day. Catch where I'm going here? So this has to do with my trying to stop Scott Tripp. I have found 30 other victims. I have their phone numbers and spoken to them on the phone. They're real people. Every day, well, maybe every week, I find like a new person. And every time I do, I feel like I could have stopped this. Somebody could have stopped this. So I'm speaking up about it on the internet. So now that we understand the concept of victim blaming in cases where people are just trying to separate themselves from a victim, people have been saying, well, of course she's the victim of contractor fraud because she didn't check his license. I don't give people $30,000 without checking their license. In fact, I gave $1,000 to a lawyer to go over the contract. I would hope that if she saw anything strange, she would have said something about it. He gave me a Maryland contractor license and a Virginia contractor license. The name on the license wasn't a human name. People can put entities on these licenses. And so it was this entity. And I said, why does it say this? He said, because I own that company. And I said, okay, well, you need to prove to me that you own that company. And he gave me the state documents from the State Corporation Commission. Okay? How was I to know that they're either stolen or photoshopped or a friend lets him use them? How was I to know that his state documents were, I still to this day don't know if they're fake, if they're photoshopped, if they're stolen, if they were given to him. I still don't know. So no, I didn't give this guy 30 grand without checking his license.